Okay. Hi. I think it's working. As always, I have no idea how this works. Hi. Hang on. Gotta pop out chat. Gotta do all the things. Because technology has to obey me. Hi. It is January 26th, which is the final weekend day of the month. Which means that even though there's like almost a full week left in the month, we're doing the Hangout thing here. I keep seeing emails from Patreon scheduling these the day after they happen. Hang on. That's not supposed to be accurate. Day after it happened. Patreon does weird shit, and I don't really know what the fuck's going on. So I apologize but if something is going on with Patreon, feel free to let me know so I can potentially change it. I'm sorry if things go out. Hi, it is truly a day. Hi Mia, good evening, good evening. Finally caught one of these streams in progress. I'm so happy. Well, welcome. We just started. We're just starting, like right now. This lighting isn't great. Hang on. I'm gonna try to. It's not real better, is it? I like this better, but I'm not sure if I like it a lot. Welcome to hell. Hi, two of my lamps just decided to crash and burn, what was it, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, something like that. So I've had to jury rig something completely new, including for recording my video, which I'm supposed to shoot most of it tomorrow. And it is not great because my lights are broken. So I'm trying to make that work. Hi, I love you so much. Hi, Stack. Stack. I love you so much too, Stack. Everyone should subscribe to Stacy Batami's YouTube channel, by the way. You should do that. It's good. It's time for drilling updates. Drilling updates. It's still going. It's been a while now, hasn't it? Isn't it like every update I do on... Isn't it like every stream that I do these days is just like, hey, drilling is still going on and it's ruining my life. Yes, drilling is still going on. It's still ruining my life. But thankfully, this should be the last weekend that they drill. They should be finished in a week. They should be. They should be 100% finished. And then I can actually live as a person again. I can be a human. Unfortunately, that also does mean that I'll have to still make the video that I'm making right now while the drilling is still going on. Hopefully, though, this will be the last one before I can start working during the day again. But I'm hyped for my next video, so I think it's gonna be fine. I think it's gonna be fine. I think it's gonna be fine. Drilling can eat such as a bad way. You see them after they happen, thus mistakes. Ah, okay. Hey, I'm the one who said I made you an XM2. You're a rookie. What class would you want to be trained as? Oh, I have no idea. I feel like my personality would be best suited for sniper. But I feel like it would be a lot more fun if I was the grenadier. Hi. Hi. welcome to my Hangout. Just so you know, if you're new to the format, if you're a new fan of mine from the last month, which would be impressive considering that I haven't made a video since then, I have yet to make my season 2 debut. But if you are, hi, my name is Mia Mulder. These specific streams, the Google Hangouts, not the Google Hangout stream, just a Hangout stream, are completely open to everyone to see. You don't have to be a patron to see them. And also, there's no rules, just right. So, you know, we can do whatever we want. We can go however long we want. Usually an hour, sometimes more. Usually a little bit more. But, you know, we just hang out. I think I did tweet that I'm going live. Did I not? I think I did. I did. Good. But drilling updates, yeah, the drilling is still going on. That is still a significant part of my whole life. For now. It'd be awkward to make bad jokes. The never-ending drills. The never-ending drills are almost ending. I have soon defeated them. Special edition 6-month drilling video package. You inspired me to buy Goose Game. They should sponsor you. Maybe. I did stream Goose Game. Hang on, my microphone is really high. I think. Time to adjust that. Oh god, yeah, it's real high. Up. Yeah, that's better. That's a lot better. Sponsor, yeah. Speaking of streaming and stuff like that, I have finally decided on some regular streaming hours that I'm gonna do. So what I'm gonna do is I sometimes stream on Twitch, just video games, and you know, it's very irregular. It's not part of my main content, so I might do it for like a month or two and I might quit it. It's not part of my main content, so I don't really care about it, to be honest. I play video games. I don't do the thing where I was way too quiet. Damn. Oh no. I overcorrected. What a fool I have been. That should be a nice middle ground, I hope. Maybe. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays, which is like the most unpopular days to stream. I know, but I already do some stream on weekends, either for patrons or for this, and also, you know, I have my day job, which is I make YouTube videos. So that means I can't really stream that much, but I can stream every now and then. So two nights a week I can stream a little bit. So I'll stream it then. It's twitch.tv/MiaMulder if you want to go and follow that for that. I still don't know how to set it up. I'm sorry. I'm not good at things and stuff. I'm sorry. Height advantage. Is there a better nickname than Drill Lady? That's a pretty good nickname, to be fair. The only qualification to be a Prussian grenadier is to be extremely tall. It's true. You can't be many people since you were mentioned in the controversy. That's true, I was. That's true, I did get a couple of new fans from that. Since I was mentioned. That is true. At what time? At 8, so the same time that this stream is going, because that's like the best time for me to stream. Because during the day, you know, I do my stuff. I am very dedicated to having like my dedicated working hours and then my free hours. But all of my streams are in my free hours. So, Which is kind of sad because this is also my job. Like, this is part of my work. But you know what I mean. Like, it's especially when video games aren't part of my work. But like, this is part of my work. But I also don't count this time as being part of my work time. So like, during the days when I do have like streams, I also work less during the day. Whatever, it all works out. So I get it, Hog. Hello, Mia. Hello. Hatred drills. May reroll missed hit rolls. Power drilling. Volume good. Sweet. XCOM decided to make Contra and H-bomb snipers. Former makes sense, but disappointed in the latter. Yeah, H-bomb is a ranger. For sure, H-bomb is a ranger. Things and stuff, and yeah. We can have a little stream as a treat. Yeah. That's how you get followers and views. Controversy sells. Controversy does sell. And it's not great that it does that, but it do. Kind of sucks because I also know that I could have like a significantly higher income if I decided to just be like, if I just decided to be like black white but left, and I don't want to do that. But if I wanted to, I could, and I could earn bank on it. But that's not fun. Mia's getting Luddite trait. Video games are work. That's true, but not for me. Everything is but work does not work. That is true. Okay, so what I would do, what I kind of want to do is, I'm gonna let give Chad some time to catch back time. Usually what I do during these streams is, well, I try to anyway, is that I try to talk about the month that has been and the month that is coming up. So the month that has been, I've kind of, January. So my last video came out on what? December 30th, I think? I'm not sure. I think December 30th. And Science, a video which was made during the drilling hour. But also, you know, it's one of my, it went pretty okay. I'm happy about it. I think I could have definitely done some more work with it, but also it came during the holidays and drilling has been a problem. So like, I gotta be chill with myself. But, this month I've been taking, after that I've taken some time off. I took 2 weeks off during the first half of January, and then I took another week, unfortunately, to recover from jet lag because I've been on vacation. Because I've kind of fled from the cold drills in Sweden, and decided to take a vacation for a bit, which I could thankfully afford thanks to some generous help from the company that I get sponsors from, and that has been working out very well for me. And but now I'm back, which means you know, I'm back to doing work, which I actually missed a lot when I was on vacation. So usually I want to have the video of the month done before I do the Hangout thing, but I won't be able to do that now because like my video will come out at the end of this month. But at the same time, it's like a week left before that happens because we're in a weird month cycle thing. So I can't really talk about it. But it's coming out on the 30th. 30th. Hang on. It's a weird day. Is that the day? It is the day. Don't know why I decided to put it on the 30th. Should have been on the 31st. Oh well. It's coming out the 30th. And I hope you're gonna like it. I think you're gonna like it. It's gonna be a spicy one. but only in terms of like general discourse and not really in terms of me starting drama with people. What would Blair white but left look like? Well, I mean, there are some people who have tried, and some people have succeeded. Some people are trying, failing, when it comes to like my area of YouTube. Since YouTube is like my job now, since this is my full-time career, I try to keep up with everything that happens on YouTube, and like especially trans YouTube, because even though I don't really identify as part of TransTube, you know, I'm a trans woman and I am on YouTube. That's kind of the lot that I'm given, and there are people who try. And there are people who have succeeded, and there are people who have failed. But I'm not going to start drama, so I won't. I have strong opinions about some other YouTubers, though. Mia burning down churches. Hi, hello. Did I miss much by being a bit late? You haven't missed much. I'm just talking shit, like I usually do. Me able to destroy Truscam Vlogger with facts and logic. That was my video on transsexualism, wasn't it? Transsexuals and suffering. So I'm trying to come up with like what else is up that I can talk about that's like relevant for the month. I mean, that's like the professional part of me is like, you know, what has happened professionally. Some discourse has happened. Yeah, the drills are slowing down because I think they're finishing up, which I'm happy about. I saw some people had some really fun with my Twitter today. You can start a feud with Ollie and then you can both make bank. Yeah. Oh, I'm not so sure about that. Drama actually has a tendency of making things worse. The short term anyway. And if I'm gonna start a feud with Ollie, his audience can destroy me. I am but a lowly small YouTuber. I am tiny. I am microscopic. Give me the money, it's fun, they say. Yeah, it's true. Give me money on Patreon. It's my job. I enjoy it. And hopefully I can start upgrading my equipment soon. I can almost afford it, actually. Where I can start being a bit more professional. Warm place, land is where she went, it's true. Where did I go on vacation? I think I can talk about that now, because I'm not there anymore. I went to Mexico, actually. And in a weird way, I didn't actually have to pay for it at all. But don't mention that. Don't talk to anyone about that. But through a weird quirk of corporate sponsorships and shit, I could go for a free vacation. Like they told me to be like, hey, do you want to go for free? And I was like, yes. So I did. If a composer conceives of and notes a symphony in a forest where nobody's around, has art been created? Good question, I have no idea. Depends on what art is, I guess. Well, I mean, the composer's around, so. I think you can disconnect Ko-fi from Twitter. Eventually, I'm probably gonna have to do that, because like, today was a bit heavy with the people like giving me a lot of donations in order to tweet on my Twitter, which I don't really mind, and I don't think people mind it either. I think like if people, you know, it's a harmless fun, I think. But eventually, I know in the back of my mind was like, oh fuck, someone can definitely abuse this for their own nefarious gains. So I feel like I need to eventually disconnect it, which stinks. right? But you know, I live in a weird space. I live in a weird space as a YouTuber right now because I am significant enough where it can be my day job, and where it can be my career kind of. But at the same time, I'm not so big that I've like attracted the targeting of like massive nefarious actors yet. You know, except for some like getting hit in the periphery of other harassment storms. I've never like been in the center of one, and I'm very happy about that. I know that it's eventually gonna come, and my channel is growing, so you know, my channel hasn't shrunk. So eventually I'm gonna have to disconnect that. I'm gonna have to be more careful about like talking about where I am and talking about like where I live and stuff like that, and it sucks. But that is the curse of being a public figure. January news just hit its peak at the start and end of the month. It's true. January has been a very news-heavy week. Month. War, famine, and plague. Where you at, quiet? How's the food? Food was good. Some people that I was with got food poisoning. I was fine though. I went like to Spain on Mallorca. No, I got like some significant jet lag travel, thanks to the company that gives me sponsors. I just got here. What the f is up? Hi, I'm up. Yeah. Mia Muller. That's what's up. Dab. Oh. It's actually the first time I was out of Europe, which was, I think, was a very good thing. Good trip. I'm eventually also going to announce some kind of, I don't know, potential gathering in London soon-ish. We'll see about that though, because I don't think that I have the enough of a fan base to justify a meetup, but you know, you never know. You never know. How soon did you go full-time after realizing you were trans? 3 months. Almost to the day. Kind of. No. Well, okay, when I realized I could transition, if that makes sense. I realized that I could transition at a very specific time, but I knew I was trans before that. But then I realized that like transition is a thing that's possible, and then it took like 3 months from that into me actually transitioning. And when I came out and started transitioning, that's kind of almost similar. Almost. I mean, a recent subscriber. Very much enjoyed your videos. Thank you. I'm very happy to hear that. No, I really am. Sometimes, you know, you hear YouTubers being like, oh, thank you, it means so much. But it really does. Because one thing I realize is that a bunch of, like, so many YouTubers have anxiety over their content. And it's like, so do I. And it really makes me happy when I see people being like, yeah, I like this. This makes me happy. Or, like, I learned something. It's like, yes! Did it! You live in a society. As far as you know. Dr. Nefarious from Ratchet and Clank 3 sending you money and coffee. So you know you're a real YouTuber, yeah. Do you have a business email somewhere? I do. Hang on. My business email is miamulderwork@gmail.com. I also have another one, but I have one that's like that I'm supposed to be using, but I don't really know what it is and I don't have access to it. So that's not really my business email. That's more like a business email for like businesses, in case they want to sponsor me, like Skillshare or Curiosity Stream or something like that. I don't fully know how it works. I've only been sponsored 3 times so far. And I don't really fully know how it works yet. I'm still kind of just making it up as I go along and hope that no one is angry with me. And so far, so good. But yeah, miamulderwork@gmail.com is like a business email for me that I have full control over. That is about my channel, that is about everything. And people can send me fan mail there too if they really want to. I don't get that much business email to the point where that's like a problem. So you know, if you want to contact me directly, you can do that there. If you're a patron of mine, you can also contact me via Patreon. But if you're not a patron, I think the business email is probably the best way to contact me if you want like direct contact. And I check it fairly daily. I'm not so sure. Depends on what I do. EU England. Pause the video so I can catch the end of the stream. Definitely worth it. Hell yeah. A 6-person meetup could be fun. It could be fun. Especially if I combine it with like another YouTuber, which I might be able to do, but I'm not sure. It all depends on like if they want to or not. Obviously. Mia, did you cut your hair? I haven't. I'm actually gonna do that tomorrow. Yeah, I'm cutting my hair tomorrow in preparation for shooting some scenes for the video. So this is my messy currently hair. You can see like the mess, the frizz. But I am gonna cut the hair tomorrow, and I'm not gonna do anything while with it. I'm just gonna have a trim, so it's less frizzy. So I can do that. But I might actually change my hair a little bit, but I'm not sure yet. It all depends on like the hair salon and stuff like that. Either way, I'm gonna be cute as fuck for my video. I have good stuff. I got stuff planned for this video. You'll see. You'll see. You'll all see. Wow, that's short. Were you already in HRT? It was pretty short. I was on HRT from like a month after I found out that I could transition, because I ordered hormones from the internet and started self-medicating like that. And then I came out, even though it's like, yeah. I'm happy every time I get a new subscriber. There ain't much, but I'm glad 150 people like what I'm doing. Yeah, like, sometimes you gotta step back and be like, holy shit. These people are actually, like, liking this shit. Damn. Make films, so I understand the working anxiety involved with releasing videos. It's a lot. But the only person who talked about shitty trans healthcare and DIY in a way that was cool and intelligible and just like, whoa, life changer for me. You're the best. Thank you. Am I really? Now that I think about it, there haven't actually been a lot of trans YouTubers talking about shitty trans healthcare and DIY. That's actually, that's interesting. I wonder why. It's not a lot, but a meetup in Finland would probably be like me and Gersten. I do want to visit Finland. So it's not impossible, it could happen. Whenever I travel for... I do want to do like meetup things whenever I travel for things that like that it's not just purely vacation. Because when I was on the trip now, there was like purely vacation. I didn't even want to be on Twitter. I was, but I didn't want to. No work, no analytics, nothing. Just vacation. So I didn't want to do meetups. But in the future, when I do travel and stuff like that, and even when I travel for work, or even when I travel like to just for semi-pleasure, I do want to like, you know, meet people because it's fun. We like the frizz though. Oh, trust me, my hair will still be frizzy. I just want less of it. At least 2 other Finnish fans though. Yeah, I do actually have. I think I have more Finnish viewers than I have Swedish ones actually when I look at my analytics. So would actually be more, it would probably be more productive of me to have a meetup in Finland than it would be to have a meetup in Stockholm or something like that, because I don't think I have many Swedish fans at all. You're gonna see me today. There's a hair mask once a month. It's very nice. Yeah. For some older girl, yeah. DIY medication is a risky venture to discuss. Oh, the controversy. Oh, yes. Trans Turco in autumn. It's possible. Yeah, I haven't really done speaking of trans content and stuff like that, I haven't really done like that much trans content, but well, I have. I love it. But like comparing myself to like other YouTubers who are trans, and make videos in like a similar genre to me, right? I feel like a lot of people make the transness a lot more part of their content than I do. Like I feel like it's a part of my content, obviously, but like I feel like some of my videos just I don't talk about it at all. Like it has nothing to do with the subject matter. But the way, but the videos where I do talk about trans stuff and stuff like that, those are the ones that are more successful for me. So I feel like maybe that's where I should, maybe that's what I should do. Maybe that's where I should focus my attention. Maybe. But you know, I do what I do. I do what I want to do. COVID has talked a lot about medical gatekeeping in France. That's cool. Started HIT DIY when I fired your shell and thought I was a dumbass and fucking for it, but just put it in a great way, affirming way. I'm happy. Yeah, as long as you know, stay healthy, stay active, and, you know, don't ignore your body, like listen to your body, it's all fine. In my opinion, anyway. And I did my own HRT for what, 3-4 years, something like that. So there's a lot of fear mongering of trans trenders, and maybe trans creators are afraid of like encouraging people to transition who they think they shouldn't. There are a lot of opinions among trans YouTubers I know about that issue. A lot of people don't want to talk about it at all. And I feel, because I talked about it, like I talked about it in my video of transsexuals and suffering, which is my most successful video. Please share it, please watch it. I want that one to reach 100,000 eventually. I want it to reach 50,000. I want a video to have 50,000 views, at least. Whatever. And I'm very happy about. I'm very, very happy about the video, and I haven't really come across any like good faith criticism of it that actually works. So in my very tiny YouTuber opinion, it feels weird to be like, I'm not gonna talk about this when you have opinions that are like almost on that level, but about other things. Like, no, this is like our thing. This is something that we know about. This is something that we can talk about. All of this reminds me I have a lot of work to do today before I finish. There we go. There we go properly. But yeah, so hopefully, what month is next? Well, February is next month. So next month has, oh my god, it's almost similar. Fuck. No, it works. So next month we'll have, so before the next Hangout, 2 videos will have been released, because it'll be maybe actually, depending on how things work, because I'm moving in March 1st. I'm moving with, which means that I can have a new recording setup, which means I might postpone my next video like a week or two just so I can record that in my new space. Maybe, we'll see. Hopefully not, because I don't want to be too late. How do you deal with dysphoria? Especially physical dysphoria. I've had a really bad bottom dysphoria because I had no, I'm not feeling parts. So you can fix that by how you shut up voices in your head. I don't know, it's really hard. That is a tough question. I think actually, like, I know it sounds like promoting, but like I think the best advice is something. I think I probably best put my feelings into words when in my video about how to pass as a woman. I think I kind of talk about it a bit there, not specifically about dysphoria, but I think the things I talk about like are semi-relevant to that. I don't really have any like offhand advice, unfortunately. Cute clothes usually help, you know. It doesn't hurt. Fuck. Okay. I like how I got the question, any thoughts on the coronavirus, the second I sneezed. Because I am a bit sick. Just a tiny bit. Just a little bit. It's our gentle word for Truscom. Yeah, transmedicalist is usually a good word. Thank you. Yeah, Alexa, though, she's pretty. Suppressing your sneezes is bad for you. Suppressing your sneezes is bad for you, but the thing is, I also don't want to sneeze openly into a microphone and just maxing that out to the world. Destroying your eardrums and stuff like that. Oh no, did I break the mic? I talked to Natalie and she suggested tucking. I agree, it really helps with that. That advertising was, yeah. Presenting as your gender usually helps a lot. Okay. I don't know if I mentioned this in my video on passing as a woman, but like, I can't tuck. This is not a thing that I can do. It is a physical impossibility for me to do that. It cannot be done. Doesn't work. But it and not all can, you know, not all trans women can tuck. And so I don't really like suggesting tucking as a suggestion, just because I don't know how effective it is, because I can't do it. So but that's just me. Oh fuck. Hi Alice. Single-handedly spreads the flu to half the world. Listen. Okay, so the coronavirus, actually, thoughts on the coronavirus. So I don't really have any thoughts on it. Like, these kinds of epidemics have a habit of happening, especially originating in like Chinese wet markets, which is where they butcher the animal on site, which isn't very hygienic. And so here's the thing. When I was traveling, I traveled to Mexico, right? I had a lot of layovers in America. I had some layovers in the UK. So I went in early January. I went on vacation, and I go via Chicago on the way home. And I land, and then like a week later, I found out that a case of it has occurred in Chicago. Since I'm assuming that a person who came into Chicago with this disease came there on an international flight, because it originated in China, which is the same entry terminal that I came in. And then I got sick. So there's a part of me that's like, oh fuck, oh no, oh beans. So that's fun. Oh fuck. Get a little soon, Mia. You're not allowed to be sick. I know! I've tried telling my body, but it won't work. No, in general, you don't use them that much, but do you have any advice on finding royalty-free music and historic footage? Historic footage and pictures? No idea. What I usually do when I try to find pictures that I can use just available in my videos, I go to Google Images, Tools, and free to use. And it's usually Wiki Commons, stuff like that. It's not great, but that's stuff. When I use royalty-free music, though, I do use royalty-free music, actually, and I use it from a site called Epidemic Sound, and they have a big archive of things to use, and they have a big archive of a bunch of music. New music is released, like, pretty frequently, I think. They're pretty good. I use them. Also, YouTube Studio. The YouTube Studio thing. What's it called? Yeah, the YouTube Studio Audio Library. That's what it's called. And some people don't like them because they're pretty repetitive, and some songs definitely are, because a lot of YouTubers use music from those sources. But if you look around for a bit, you can find really good stuff. And I found songs there that a lot of people like contact me to be like, hey, what's that song? Epidemic Sound. A lot of disease talk today. Fresh fish is delicious. It is. Zika was massively overblown though. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Still awful for the people who got it, but like, still, like global epidemic. Half of Craft's YouTube uses the same stock song, yeah. A lot of like Swedish vlog YouTube also uses the same like 3 songs on repeat, and it's so annoying. So whenever I have music that I like, that I see, I try to, I save it in a huge playlist. And then whenever I make a video and I want to find music for it, then I go to that playlist and I try to find specific things, and I have that, and like I have a separate playlist for specific videos. But that means I listen to like hours and hours of music, because I listen to it when I just do writing or something. I just listen to it, and if something sounds good, I just like, oh, I like that, and keep it. But sometimes I'll watch like videos from other YouTubers, and I remember specifically one actually when it was about, oh, what's it called? Is it the climate one? Philosophy 2 made a video about climate change, I think, and Chernobyl, not sure. If those were the same video, probably not, maybe, not sure. And I remember hearing a song in there. I was like, oh right, this is my playlist of songs that I like and that I want to use. And now I can't use it because half of my fan base is also fans of his content, and I don't want to sound repetitive. So the coronavirus feels like an IRL Plague Inc. game. Yeah, but they play their hand too quick. They should have focused more on infection. I knew it. I knew it. That's why I said it. That's why I said it. I want to see if you did it. I knew it. Hi, Ollie. Learn to play guitar or make beats. Yeah. Oh. Literally just like a great timing. Oh, cool. Good timing, actually, yeah. I do want to learn how to make beats. So I'm semi saving up to potentially buy a keyboard thing so I can start like using that to do some things, because I also want to learn how to play the piano just normally. Yeah, then I can do things. What are your thoughts on feuds between Scandinavian countries? I think it's fun. Like, no one takes it seriously. The people who do are usually Nazis. But the Nazis seem to get along pretty well anyway, as long as they're from the Nordic countries. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's I don't think it's a huge thing that people actually care about. But then again, I am Swedish, and everyone makes fun of the Swedes. But you know, they can do that as much as they want because we're the best. So, you know, biggest population, biggest economy, greatest historical legacy and stuff like that. You know, it's not a competition, but you know, we're winning. Just wait until Greenland closes its ports. If a case shows up in Madagascar or Greenland, then I'll get worried. It's in the covers. Okay, so there was a time in Breaditube when everyone was using synth music, and I really, really wanted to do that. I really, really wanted to get in on the synth music, but everyone was, you know, the people who did it were usually the people who have like a pretty significant amount of like money that they could spend on like commissioning songs from other artists, which is great. I've done some commissions every now and then too, but like I can't really do it just whenever I want to. And so I couldn't really afford to do that, so I tried to find like cheap music to do it, but I couldn't find any good ones, unfortunately. Any good synth covers. You're a specials class, yeah, hacker man. Hell yes. Don't the Nordic Nazis want to create a Nordic state so they're happy cooperating? I think it really depends. Some Nazis are really nationalistic to the point of like hating the Danish, but I think when push comes to shove, they kind of all want to create like a Nordic state for all the nerds. I don't know. I don't really keep up that much with the Nazis in Sweden anymore. Since so many of them just keep moving out of the country anyway. Like any Nazi in Sweden who is like actually significant enough like moves to like Ireland or to Ukraine or Hungary or something. Like, what? You hate immigrants and yet you become one. I'm very smart. Have you eaten canned rotten fish? I love canned rotten fish. Oh, what's it called? Surströmming. I love surströmming. It's literally one of my favorite foods. We don't make fun of the Swedes. Sweden get idolized here. So I've heard, like outside of the Nordic countries, people like Sweden a lot. Actually, I mentioned that in my video, Sweden, Heaven and Hell. Go and watch it. Everything I'm talking about, I made a video about. It's almost like my video is a representation of my personality and my interests. Anyway, I'm talking weirdly. Anyway, but within Scandinavia anyway, a lot of people make fun of the Swedes, but Sweden makes fun of everyone else. But if you look at like the favorite country to make fun of, if you ask Sweden, I think Sweden likes to make fun of Norway, and we think Norway makes fun of Denmark. But when you look at like statistics, Finland, Norway, and Denmark just all make fun of Sweden. You know what? Yeah. Fuck. I've had a sneeze come on for like 5 minutes and it won't come. Okay. Have you seen Sameblod? Very interested by it. I haven't seen it, but I'm very interested by it. Fuck. Okay. Now it's coming. Biggest ego. I don't have a big ego. What are you talking about? I have a proportional ego to my height. What's your favorite food in Mexico? They had some really nice empanadas. I've never really had like proper empanadas. It was pretty good. Is the BreadTube something you associate with, or just feel like you are part of because of the content you make? I think it's something that I don't associate with it like willingly. I think it's I did, not as much anymore. I think it's something right now. I think it's something that I know that I'm part of, not necessarily because of the content that I make, but because of the overlapping fan base that I have with other creators who are also like labeled as BreadTube by fans. And my own channel is my own fans refer to me as being part of BreadTube, and I don't mind it. Like, it's fine. But you know, I'm not necessarily. I'm not necessarily sure that I would self-identify with that. But you know. Just a ton of independent stand out there now. Most artists are happy for people to use their stuff too, especially if you license it. Yeah, but that costs money though. And like, you know, I'm not abjectly poor as I used to be, but you know, I'm not rolling in money yet. Sponsor me. Corporations, give me sponsorships to yell about sexuality and trans stuff, and then I can be rich. Fuck, why am I sneezing so much now? Christ. This is cinematic brilliance. That looks so painful. Listen, when I sneeze, I sneeze. Snäll. Välsigna dig. In Sweden we actually say prosit. You're learning something about Swedish culture. Prosit. Sponsor me with a small fun. So you just have to work on a schedule. I'm getting better with working on a schedule. And I'm getting better with being able to work around what I usually did. So what I did before New Year's was that I had a specific timetable thing that I worked by, which kind of coincided with me getting sponsorships. And when I thought that it would give me a lot more time to work on videos, but it turned out it didn't. It just stressed me out a lot. So what I'm doing now for season 2 of Me and Mulder, much like the first half of season 1 of Me and Mulder last year, is that I'm going to just kind of work the way I just used to do it. And it technically means less hours to do it, but I think they're a lot more productive hours when I work. So it'll all work out. Kobe Bryant has died. I have no idea who Kobe Bryant is. I have no idea who this is. Season 2. Yeah, 2020 season 2. 2020 season 2. 2019 was season 1. And the few videos that I made in 2018, that's like the pilot. That's like the pilot season, which is unaired. But it is aired. But you know, it is aired. So if you go back to those very first like 5-6 months where I sit in this room but without any proper lighting or decor, that's the one. And then for season 1 is 2019, 2020 is season 2. We don't want you to get stressed about schedules. We want you to be happy and take off when you need to. Thankfully, I've learned recently that I have a lot more flexibility than I thought I did. So it all worked out. But also, this new timetable thing that I'm having is working great for me, so. Aired or aired? Aired, the second one. But they are aired, like they are out on the internet. Oh, fuck. I'm actually, holy shit. I'm way more snivelly than I thought that I would be. Good God. Maybe talking so much is getting to me in some weird way. I just saw Stack on Twitter. I would punch the sun for me. I would punch the sun for Stack. Where am I? There I am. I like the pilots. Different not for sure, but cool in their own right. I mean, there's a reason I left them up. I don't mind them. I think they're fine. But I get that like they're not for everyone. I'm evolving, and as a creator, I'm happy about that. But at the same time, you know, I shouldn't feel ashamed for being inexperienced in my early days and doing some experimentation. Although to be fair, I'm doing some wild experimentation for this video too, that I'm currently making. How did Mia rant yet tonight? Should we get her to rant on? Oh, there's January has had a lot. I've been informed by a fan, by two fans actually, that I rant a bit too much about. That I ranted slightly a bit too much about the U.S. election, so I'm gonna try not to do that because I'm not American. Sweden having a humble good. Cited in the 6th episode. That's true. I'm very happy about that. But I count those ones. Sweden having a hell and anti-intellectualism. That's part of season 1. Those are the first ones in season 1. Even though it's like November, December of 2018. I'm very happy about the video actually. Like, you know, nothing's perfect, but I'm pretty happy about it. So yeah, I probably shouldn't rant about the US election, partly because I'm not American and partly because like I don't think my rants are actually doing anything. I'm thinking about like something else though. The prepare part of the rants, you can't rant it up. All the good takes Zizek has ever had is everyone should vote in US elections except for Americans. It's a hot take on democracy. I like it. Hi. I'm like I've had some hot takes about the U.S. election like in private. I'm a bit worried about like how things are gonna turn soon-ish, because a lot of things are happening like a lot of things are happening really quickly now, because we're actually approaching the things like the caucuses and shit, which I don't fully understand. But I think so I think that I should start like ducking out, because I think it's a lot. Promote Sanders from Colonel Sanders. I can't promote Colonel Sanders. Does chicken stuff. Sanders or Warren. So I mean, personally, I think personally, I think I would prefer Bernie over Warren, but I definitely prefer Warren over like anyone else in the field as well. Just because they are like they're barely left, both of them, at least from my perspective. Because I mean, I vote the political party that I vote for would literally be called communist on a daily basis in America. Our social democrats are way more lefty than Bernie Sanders or Warren, but I think those are the more appealable options. I think that like whoever seems to be polling the least at the time of coming up against Joe Biden is the one that should like drop out for the progressive vote. And I thought that about when Warren was in the lead. I thought that Bernie should like consider dropping out and like supporting her instead, or like, you know, do a double ticket, you know, president and VP. Just gather all of the progressive vote in one big block, and that could work. Ugh. But at the same time, I don't really get US elections because, like, I don't get the primary process fully. I don't get the idea of super delegates. I don't get the idea of pledged delegates. I kind of understand the mechanics behind it all, but I don't fully understand the politics behind it. And let's no kill the planet party. Yeah, like, I think whatever person can defeat Trump, great. Whatever person can defeat potentially Joe Biden, because I don't like Biden's politics at all. I think you know, Biden's better than Trump. Warren is better than Biden. I would prefer Sanders over Warren, but honestly, I don't think it matters that much. Because at the same time, you know, they're a progressive bloc, and they're and most of the change is going to have to come from the Senate or the House anyway. So super delegates are when a delegate gets super pissed off and their hair turns blonde and spiky. Yeah. Man, those Iowa debates were wild. Warren's not really part of the progressive bloc. I mean, it kind of depends. Like, she's more progressive than most other people in the Democratic Party. But I wasn't supposed to rant about this. Because this is not my field of expertise. I've been to America twice. When I flew into the airport and when I flew out of the airport. That's it. A history student from a contrasting nations and opinion I'd love to hear. I suppose. I mean, the problem isn't actually really the Democratic primary. It's not really the institution of the Electoral College. Well, kind of, but the problem is that, like, the American election system has kind of been messed up from the start, and it has kind of been solidified in its fucked upness over time, more and more and more, because of like the focus on states and focus on states' rights and stuff like that. So the problem is that I'm kind of concerned about is that it doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't actually even matter if like 80% of people in America become super woke leftists, whatever. You know, it doesn't really matter, because gerrymandering, state senates, the federal senate, and the electoral college, all of those things have the sect so stacked against actual democracy and just values land over people, which means that it doesn't really matter how many people vote for a thing. It doesn't actually matter what the policies are, because land matters more than people do, which you know eventually just means that the people who know that they don't have the popular option on their side are going to focus more on states with less people on it, which has happened over and over and over again. So like if we see like American politics, you know, I mean, kind of like right now, but like especially in the early 2000s, that's definitely what happened with the Republican Party, where they were really focusing on like low population states. And they would say that they're focusing on like a flyover country, but that's not really what they care about. They care about like getting political influence for at least the amount of people possible. But here's another problem. This is a systemic thing that has happened a lot in American history. It's just because the same thing happened kind of after the U.S. Civil War too. Because after Reconstruction and like trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, trying to make states kind of matter again. The conservative bloc, which then was the Democrats, who were like anti, you know, black rights and anti, like the very pro states' rights and stuff like that, that kind of stuff. They kind of did that, but they failed, which partially, you know, contributed to the shift in in American politics, where the Republicans kind of became the other one, and the Democrats kind of became the progressive ones over time, slowly, because the Democrats kind of remained in control of population centers, which became more moderate and more progressive, whereas the Republicans, which had traditionally been more rural, because America had been a more rural country after like major urbanization in the late 19th century, it doesn't work anymore, so they put the shift changes. Hi, my name is Mia Mulder. Fuck, I ranted. I have no idea if anything I just said made sense. I just had like a fever dream a little bit. I just kind of went and I think I passed out for a bit. I can justify ranting about US politics because my country got cooed by them. Oh, I'm so sorry. But yeah, then you can rant as much as you want. Confused Luther means. If the US doesn't wipe out all student debt, they're gonna do Financial Crisis 2, Electric Boogaloo. Oh, that's for sure coming, my dude. 100%. If it doesn't come with student debt, it's gonna come with car loan debt and payday loan debt. Like, it's coming. Even if they wipe away all the student debt, it's coming anyway. She's ranting. Did you see the Iowa poll where the people they asked said they wanted Democratic candidate who was more moderate and fundamentally change the economy? Yeah, I saw that, which is like, what do you want? The party swap priorities and stances since they were created and are still America still argue about. Like, that's like, it's not real. one thing that really bothers me a lot is the Republican point about discussing, like, saying that Abraham Lincoln is a Republican, which he was 100%. Like, Abraham Lincoln was a Republican. But the thing is, if you look at his policies, the modern day Republican Party would never support anything that Lincoln did. Like, are you kidding me? Like, even if we're ignoring the measures he did to prevent and then fight the Civil War, because he failed. If I remember, I don't fully remember. American history is not my forte. I don't fully remember when Abraham Lincoln was elected. Whatever. Like, if you look at the things they did outside of the war, modern day Republicans would never approve of any of that. Never. They would never. They are more aligned with the Democrats of that time, talking about like the rights of states and the rights of business owners. But they don't want to talk about that. Elected in 1960. Gotta double check some things. Okay, I might be misremembering some of the efforts that I thought was of Abraham Lincoln in the prelude of the war with like some other, or maybe it was him, but he just like not as president. Whatever. Maybe we can get me to stop ranting and making her discuss whether the games she played are great or perfect. They were more regional than ideological. I mean, that's kind of the era where like the ideology is starting to kind of cement. But I definitely see your point. That's kind of pointless to argue about, like, but you know that the point still kind of stands that like it's kind of pointless to argue that Abe Lincoln was a Republican. We're like, yes, but does it matter? Like, who gives a shit? A Mia Mulder / Jim Sterling crossover would be fantastic. I would love that. I wonder if I could contact him and ask if he would want to do a voice for my next video. It would be very short notice. I might see if he's into it, if he's up for it. That's a failure of geeks since I don't like games. You don't have to like games to be a geek. Have you watched Knives Out? I did. It was really good. I liked it a lot. It's a very good movie. Like, very good movie. Seems like a good sport. I've never actually talked to him. We've talked like on streams where we were both guests, but I've never like had direct contact with him outside of like a Twitter or something like that. Would you ever do a debate or not? I have done one debate in my life, and it was with some far-right YouTubers who like slash indie band. It was really weird. It was like almost 2 years ago now. It's the very start of my channel. And it didn't go that well. I have to go into Dracula shit. Bye. Bye, Ollie. Enjoy being Dracula for a bit. So like debates are, I feel like debates on YouTube are not as productive as people think they are. Personally, I think they're fun to watch. They're more to they're fun to watch. They're entertainment, but they're a spectacle more than they are an academic or like an intellectual pursuit of knowledge or whatever you want to call it. It kind of seems like preaching to the choir a little bit, and I think the good that can come out of it, because good can come out of it, mostly comes out from letting the other person's audience know that you exist and that you have opinions that might better align with what they actually think than what they previously thought, rather than actually convincing the person you're debating with that you are correct and that they are wrong. If that makes sense. Things are moving around. Damn. I might ask him if he has the time. If he does, then, you know, that's fine. But if he doesn't, you know, that's fine too. I'm gonna be making... YouTube is my career now, and I'm gonna be doing it forever, because YouTube would never collapse. YouTube is a very sustainable source of work. Please don't argue with this. Please don't. I have to convince my therapist and my mom about this job. No, I'm kidding. It's actually pretty fine. I'm gonna do this as long as I can, obviously. But, you know, I'm kidding. Debates on YouTube are as useful as two people talking politics at a pub. Kind of. YouTube being a bar without beer. It's true. Never heard anyone talk about this film from last year, The Last Black Man in San Francisco. I haven't heard about that. Won awards for best directing. Huh. Might have to watch this. Seems like a potentially good movie. Discussion rather than debate is always preferable. I think so. I mean, if a YouTuber whom I disagree with, but I think that I could have a productive conversation with, I might talk to them on stream. Might, but like, I doubt it. If I'm honest, I think I'm not super sure that I would be so into that. It would be a great way to. It would be a great way to boost my own channel. It would be a great way to like get more audiences and do stuff like that. It's a great collaborative thing where, you know, you expose each other's audiences to each other, and especially if you do it to political opponents, because they, you know, there's little overlap in audiences there. But I'm not sure it would be worth it. The director of Knives Out was giving The Last Black Man in San Francisco a bunch of shoutouts. Well, I'll have to see it then, because I really like Knives Out. Okay, I'm gonna be going for 8 more minutes, then I have to work. Ugh. I don't want to, but I'll have to. Ugh, fuck. I have to do some things before I shoot tomorrow. I have a lot to do tomorrow. And tomorrow I have a stream to do, actually, because yesterday due to technical difficulties and just general life chaos, I missed my Patreon exclusive morning time Ask Me Anything, which takes place in 12 hours, actually. Wow. I couldn't do that because of because of technical difficulties and just life chaos. So instead that's taking place tomorrow, and hopefully there won't be drilling. If there is, I'll be sorry, and I'll put in like a bonus thing for patrons later. So that's happening in 12 hours if you're a patron of mine of $5 or more. And then that night I have another stream with Tristan. And then during the day I have a lot to shoot. It'll be nice. It'll be good. But in 5 more minutes I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna have some food and then I'm gonna work. Would you ever have other YouTubers as guests on stream? I know that some people have wanted to like join in on these Hangout things, and it's not impossible to do that. But I really want these streams specifically to be these specific streams, like the Hangout thing. I really want that to be between me and my fans. Like, I don't. If a YouTuber happened to be in my apartment at the time, you know, that could be a fun thing. But I really want it to be like me and to my fan. I don't like want to focus too much of my attention on a guest. I'm trying to think of like some other thing. It's not impossible. I would. I think on Twitch, and I think that would be more interesting as a guest format thing. If I did like a casual, unannounced stream or something like that, or like short, impromptu stream. That's what we call. This is why he needs patrons and not sponsors, so you wouldn't need to work when you don't want to. That's true, but at the same time, I do want to work. It's just that a part of me is like, you know, oh no, I want to lie in bed and I want to watch Stargate, which I might actually do instead, because I am feeling pretty tired and a little bit sick. So I might actually go to bed early and get up early tomorrow, so I'm awake for the stream, and then I might do bed. I mean, hopefully, eventually, I'm gonna. Right now, I could survive on patrons alone, but also sponsors are like a good thing to me to like pay off debts, to pay off, you know, to have a bit of a buffer, to have some savings, maybe upgrade my equipment, stuff like that. So it's not money that I like desperately need to survive, but it's money that I definitely like could need. But eventually, you know, when I make enough money on patrons, I'm not gonna have sponsors again, because fuck it. Probably shouldn't say that. I should probably be a bit more diplomatic. Speaking of work, I need to finish off the script. Thank you for the short stream. Thank you for coming, Alice. So many windows. I have so much output on my computer. I have so much. I have editing software, writing software, audio software, Slack, Steam, Discord, 4 folders. So much. I appreciated the Audible recommend though. Sign up for that under your link. Well, thank you. I hope they know that, so that they know that I got that. They do, because it's my link, so. I don't actually mind the sponsors that I have. Like, Curiosity Stream is pretty nice. Like, as a company, I don't think they're too shady. Here we go. Hey. SNES. But like, Curiosity Stream is a pretty good company, I think. Audible is less chill, just because, you know, they're owned by Amazon. They have some shady practices. But, you know, they're an audiobook company, you know, I could do worse. We do live in a society, after all. But I also do, like, if I ever got, like, a sponsor for a company that I knew was, like, directly abusive or very unethical. I would never do that. And if I did, and someone told me about it, then I would feel that I would never do it again, because in case I didn't know. Do you usually have several tabs open? I have some 50 tabs open. I don't have any tabs open specifically, but I do have a lot of folders, stuff like that. Like, yeah, you Amazon, you Bezos, but at the same time, you know, a lot of people, like, there's a bunch of people on Twitch, so it's like, I've seen people on Twitch talk shit about Audible for being owned by Amazon. It's like, what? What? If you didn't know, Twitch is also owned by Amazon. Mia's dummy is sick. If you don't know, the reason why it's quiet sometimes when I sneeze is because I mute my microphone. It's my final act before I descend into SNES world. Okay, but that's halfway in. Half hour, sorry, that's what it's called. I need a smoothie. Fuck. I have a smoothie maker now, and I make a lot of smoothies, which is great because I love smoothies. And I eat a lot more fruit and veg than I usually do. But at the same time, my digestion is like gone to fuck. And also I'm sick now, so it's like even more gone to fuck. So I need that for health. For health juice in my body. But at the same time, ugh. Okay. But I am going to head out, I think. I'm going to go to the store. I'm going to get some nice fruit and veg. I'm going to mix that all into a nice little smoothie. Get some food. I'm going to finish some prep work for shooting tomorrow because I do need to do that. I have got some things to do. I got some lights to set up because, as previously mentioned, my lights decided to crash in the middle of the night. I actually woke up in the middle of the fucking night. Because my lamp, which I usually use as like studio light / bed light, because my bed is like over there. I woke up in the middle of the night from that just crashing down, making a huge noise on the way down, by the way, onto my floor. And I couldn't put it up again because I like lost a bit, so you know, whatever. But I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be great. Unsure about the discourse around Kobe Bryant. I don't know who Kobe Bryant is, unfortunately. I'm sorry that he is dead and I hope his family is safe, but unfortunately I don't really know who he is. But yeah, I think this is good. I'm gonna head out. And hopefully everything's gonna be okay. I'll see some of you tomorrow, because tomorrow is the Patreon AMA new thing, and on the 30th is my new video, hopefully. So I'm gonna head out. Goodbye.